Real American beer made for real Americans like us, brother.
Out of Lake Alamo, Minnesota. In his 8th year of Super Late Model competition, the Soyberg Calf Ranches, Land of Pressure Washers, Hanco Corporation, Fuel Factory, The Real Cafe, B1, it's Brent Larson.
Only the toughest drivers can handle the World of Outlaws Late Model Series. Only the toughest pressure washers carry the name Landa.
This is your idea of ladylike? You're gonna fit right in. Join us at Toyota Racing.
At Kaiser Manufacturing, our commitment to engineering and developing new products is reflected in the wide range of fabricated items we produce for the manufacturing and retail industries. From simple to complex fabrication, we can do that. We have a full team of engineers ready to take your concept from prototype to full production. Call us for a quote today to see your next idea brought to life. Kaiser Manufacturing, proud to be Michigan made.
Now showing the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Model Series, presented by DIRTVision. Featuring the best drivers, biggest races.
Fantastic start! The Reaper strikes! He wins the 2025 season opener!
And best coverage of dirt late model racing.
My name is Ashton Smythe. I'll be covering all of the action.
Powerful late models on the planet!
DIRTVision is home to the greatest shows on dirt.
Flashback to September 5th, 1963, when the very first race happened here at Bedford Speedway and Billy Winn parked it in victory lane. After a long career, which included 8 Indianapolis 500 starts and being inducted into the Sprint Car Hall of Fame, tonight we get to celebrate his legacy with $20,000 going home to the winner of the Billy Winn Classic. Welcome into the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Model Series presented by DIRTVision. My name is Ashton Smythe, and I'll be covering all of the action trackside today, joined by the voice of the World of Outlaws Late Models, Ruben Morales, up in the booth in just a little bit. Whether you're joining us here at Bedford Speedway or watching at home on DIRTVision, thank you so much for spending your Sunday evening with us. Mother Nature is being very kind to us today, which is what we always like to see here on a race day. 68 degrees. Sun is being blocked by some clouds, but the wind blowing through the racetrack here at 15 miles per hour 1% chance of rain, though. That is what we like to see. All the drivers, all the fans, we're all ready to get this great night of racing kicked off here for the Billy Winn Classic. And last night, let me tell you, was an exciting one. But don't worry, if you weren't able to watch, we'll fill you in on everything that happened. Bobby Pierce, an absolutely dominant run starting in hot laps, picked up the fastest hot laps, moved on and qualified fastest, then won his heat race, drew the outside of the front row for the starting position for his feature, and then went on to lead every single lap and win the race last night at Marion Center. If you weren't able to join us, here's what you missed.
The $30,000 to win Connor Bobick Memorial is underway with the Outlaws here at Marion Center. Oh, Gustin didn't get a good start, but did a great job not making contact with the 32 of Pierce. Bobby Pierce will take the early race lead from the outside of the front row, and off of turn number 4, he'll come around to lead the first of 60 here at Marion Center. Into Stein Motorsports number 2, dual box on DIRTVision. It's the 32 of Pierce. Now Dodson back to the inside of Overton. Off of 2, he found a good line. And with good momentum down the back straightaway, he'll clear Overton for the 5th position. But here comes Brian Shirley. Shirley gonna close in on that duo there you see on your screen. Shirley gonna reel him in from 12th to 7th goes Shirley. Dodson now to the inside of the 12 a Winger. He won the battle with Overton for 5th. Now he's going to get around the 12 a Winger for 4th. Here comes the 74X looking for his 2nd career win of the season. The MT3 Rookie of the Year contenders rolling. Remember last year, Madden was running that exact groove right around the bottom. Has Dodson found something down there? They're being involved in Jake Tim making a comeback. But right now, Hoffman to the inside. He's going to throw it into turn number 3. He's got 2nd at the line off of 4. Gustin with a crossover. He's back around the 9 of Hoffman. Business picking up for the 2nd spot. Down the back straightaway. Hoffman looking back to the inside of the 19R. Gustin. They go side by side of turn number 3. Hoffman throws it in. He's got it. Can he make it stick off of turn number 4? Gustin at the lines. Got it once again. And then you throw in the money from the Coleman Farms Racing Cup, and oh man, what a paycheck at the end of the year. Every point, every lap matters in these Coleman Farm Racing Cup races. There's 9 of them. We're a 3rd through after this one. Hoffman and Gustin. To the inside goes Hoffman. He's got 2nd. Hoffman throws the slider. What a battle here. Down the back straightaway. Gustin back to 3rd. He set himself up well. The clean sweep, the quick time, won the heat, off of corner number 4. He's gonna win the Connor Bobick Memorial. 15 different winners in this event. Bobby Pierce wins at Marion Center.
The smooth operator parked it in victory lane in such an exciting fashion and a great way to continue on his championship chase as he currently leads the World of Outlaw points. But looking to pick up another win here tonight at Bedford Speedway is a track that he typically likes, these larger tracks. But like I said, Pennsylvania, Ohio swing here, and tonight is the last night of it. Let's flash back to Thursday at Raceway 7 where we saw a 3/8 paperclip style racetrack. A little bit bigger than a 3/8, like I said, paperclip style. Then moving forward, Friday night, unfortunately, a washout at Marion Center. But then Saturday, we were able to race at Marion Center. Completely different style racetrack, a quarter-mile high-banked oval bull ring style racetrack. And then moving into tonight, where we close off this 4-race swing here at Bedford Speedway, a 5/8 mile, very uniquely shaped racetrack. So 3 different races we've seen. 3 very, very different racetracks. Like I said, very unique racetrack shape here at Bedford Speedway. Kind of goes downhill into 1 and uphill into turn 3. So experience is going to be key here tonight. And experience is in the back pocket of a lot of these drivers, as we also pulled a lot of Pennsylvania natives to join us here with the Outlaws tonight as we come into their home territory. But 2 guys that I got my eyes on, and they need absolutely no introduction to the dirt late model scene up here in PA, and that is a Mason Ziegler and Rick Eckert. 2 drivers, like I said, you know. Let's start with Mason Ziegler, PA native, ULMS regular, but most recently picking up the Keystone Cup back in 2024, just a few months ago here at Bedford Speedway. Has wins here, has wins on the year already, but a little bit of a different chassis swap than in the past couple weeks for him. Just running a newer, updated version for Mason Ziegler tonight. Rick Eckert, the 2011 World of Outlaws champion, also sits 5th overall in all-time wins in a super late model here at Bedford Speedway, 7th overall with the World of Outlaws as a whole. Great to have them back, and we're able to catch up with both of them earlier on about what's it like to be back racing in the Outlaws in their home state.
I actually like this place, and I like the promoters, Joe and his father, Joe. Great guys. They try real hard. I just have not had any luck here in the last couple of years. There was a time I had a lot of luck here, but I think I used it all up. Last year, I think we started 12th or something and got to 5th, and it was only a few laps to go and got a flat tire. You know, so I was here leading heat racing, broke a transmission, leading and got a flat tire. You know, just maybe tonight it'll turn around. Maybe my luck will change around tonight.
We got a new car here, you know, a whole different field of cars, So these guys are the best in the business, and especially Bobby and them right now are really on it. So we'll do our best, but I think we got a real good shot at being in contention. But to say that I'd be a favorite would be, you know, probably not, you know, accurate. But of all places, I think we have a real shot at it.
Fairly hard to pass, real hard to pass in the heat race here. In the feature, it passes a little better. So if you don't start near the front of the heat race, it's going to be really hard to finish up front, you know, so got to qualify good.
You know, the sport's constantly evolving, and I really didn't want to come here on anything other than what I just won on, but here we are with the new package. So we'll see how it is in hot laps and if we got to adjust real quick, but let's just hope the motor runs good and everything, because everyone's so close in times and stuff now with time trials. If you don't start up front, it's tough to overcome that, so we'll see how the night goes.
Well, since it's 35 laps, I don't think tires are going to be an issue. This place, normally tires are an issue, but normally it's 50 or 55 lap races. It's going to be late till our tires get wore. So now on restarts is the best time to pass here, so hopefully we have some cautions, or if I start up front, hopefully no cautions.
The PA natives have that experience in their back pocket, what might give them a little bit of an advantage over some of our regular touring guys. But continuing on that trend, the PA native, a mix of both, is the very own driver of the 22 Star, and that is Drake Troutman, back at Bedford Speedway, but this time his first time racing ever here with the World of Outlaws. He grew up racing here, cutting his teeth in the ranks of modifieds, among other things. But not only that, we saw him in action here at Bedford Speedway as recently as Friday when we rained out at Marion Center just a little under 2 hours down the road. He called up one of his buddies and said, "Hey, I heard you got a street stock. I want to hop in," and that's exactly what he did. He raced here on Friday, and although he didn't have the night he was looking for, and he'll tell us about that in just a little bit, he still showed up and showed out. Not only that, over 55 starts on the 2025 year for Drake Troutman so far, and it's only May. He continues to get better each and every single time he hits the racetrack as he inches closer to his first World of Outlaws victory, and that's part of the deal he has going with him and car owner GR Smith, is that experience is what this 22 Star team needs. We caught up with him earlier on about what's it feel like to be back at his home track with the Outlaws and how Friday night went in a street stock.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, it's not one of my stellar racetracks that I perform the best at, but like, I mean, it's cool coming around home, seeing everyone. It's the first time we've really been home all year, so, you know, just nice to see everyone and spend a little bit of time at the house. And I don't know, it's kind of hit and miss. I might run really good tonight, or I might run really bad. So, you know, we don't have the most manpower, so like we're sitting here and, you know, like I feel like sometimes we might race a little bit too much. It hurts us to be fully prepared for some of these races, but at the same time, like me and GR kind of have a game plan to use this year, is like going to every race that you can to get seat time at all these different racetracks. That way we go back next year, hopefully we can capitalize a little bit better on them. We can capitalize.
Drake Troutman with a 5th place finish here in a street stock, and he told us earlier on there was only 10 cars entered and about 4 dropped out, so 5th might not be the best, but hey, it's seat time on the racetrack, and Drake Troutman is excited to be back here at Bedford Speedway. We are also joined by the wingless Super Sprints here tonight, or excuse me, the Super Sportsman. So before we kick off racing action, let's take a second to look at the order of events. The wingless Super Sports will start off the night with their hot lap session, followed by the World of Outlaws Real American Beer late models and their hot laps, directly followed by the late models and their qualifying session, 2 laps apiece. We'll then take a quick break from on-track action for opening ceremonies before we move into World of Outlaws Real American Beer late model heat races, 4 laps apiece, 8 4 heats, 8 laps apiece. Top 2 will join me in the redraw later on tonight. Then the wingless super sports will take their heats before we move into that ever important redraw. Then it is time for land and pressure washers last chance showdowns, 2 of them 10 laps apiece, and then it is feature racing action time. And kicking it off tonight, the World of Outlaws Real American Beer late model feature with the Billy Winn Classic for 35 laps, and the wingless super sports features will close out the night. Like I said, my name is Ashton Smythe. I'll be covering all of the action trackside. The sun's starting to peek out down here in the infield. All the drivers are ready to go, but Ruben Morales, you're joining me as well. Very excited to be here. Very excited to see how this racetrack handles around here. It's very unique, and yeah, looking forward to some great racing tonight.
Absolutely. Good evening to you, Ashton. Great job on the pre-race. A lot of good notes touched on. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the booth. My name is Ruben Morales, the voice of the World of Outlaws, Real American Beer Late Models presented by DIRTVision, alongside the voice of Bedford Speedway, Eric Zembauer. Eric, beautiful evening, Sunday night, ready for another great edition with the Outlaws here.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of folks have been anticipating this race. I mean, you know, I looked up onto the midway and it was packed.
Yeah.
Good for us, good for you guys. Of course, we got some great names here. Bobby Pierce last year, we said on the pre-race show that, you know, it's like he's driven here for 20 years.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, and it just an extraordinarily good group of cars here, plus our locals.
Who stands out to you locally?
Well,
wise?
you know, Rick Eckert, you know, Rick, multiple-time track champion here at Bedford. Mason Ziegler, Ziggy, he's always good here. Drake Troutman, I know he's with you guys all year, but he loves Bedford. He's home. He got to sleep in his own bed last night.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Drove a stock car here come Saturday night. Nonetheless, my friend, you got race cars on the racetrack. For your hot laps, we'll return with the World of Outlaw hot laps. Take it away, Eric.
Thank you, Ruben. We got the wingless super sportsman on the speedway, and this group of cars sort of morphed in from the old Silver Spring winged super sportsmen that were at Silver Spring for many, many years. The home track for these cars is at the Path Valley Speedway. Steve Wilbur is the man to come up with the idea. Let's take the wings off the cars. And these are a 30 by 90 measurement car, similar to what raced here in the mid-60s. They do have starters, so there's really no need to be pushed off. You can see that real big frame rail on these cars as they go by. So glad to have these guys here tonight because they always put on a great show. Looking out over the field tonight, the 1A of Craig Perigo out of Stoystown. The 12 of Andy Burkhart, Craig Perigo's nephew, Brett Perigo, in the family 2A tonight, again out of Stoystown. The last time the Super Sportsmen were here, they were with the Wings, and the 88 of Tony Jackson picked up the win. He's here tonight. The 38 is Luke Linker. Car 59, Steve Wilbur. Car 37, Jordan Fulton. Car number 66, Trent Yoder. And in the 44, Dexter Aaron Zeller. Track conditions looking beautiful. We did have some rain yesterday. Obviously, we got our show in on Friday, and it rained below us, rained above us. Somehow, we just got a brief shower on Friday, and everything worked out that we were able to get the show in on Friday. Had some great racing, and the track crews, they had to flip the track in a day. They got that taken care of. It was very windy here yesterday in Bedford, so hats off to the complete Speedway track crew as they got everything prepped and ready to go. Things are looking great. The Sportsman, when you look at them on the left side, you can see how large that left rear tire is. Of course, they have no wing to lean on, so the cars sort of resemble the USAC Silver Crown cars because they just look so big. Again, these are a few inches longer than a normal sprint car. So we get these guys a couple times a year, and I know they love coming up here and taking on the big track here at Bedford. We do want to remind the fans that there is no smoking in the grandstand. Please respect your neighbor. There's some areas out away from the grandstands that you can smoke. And again, please respect your neighbors. No smoking or vaping in the grandstands. If folks were around Bedford yesterday, we had the big car show and wing off, and the girls with the World of Outlaws, they were able to come down and be with us before they headed back up to Marion Center. So a good time was had by all in downtown Bedford. And folks, if you've never been to Bedford before, I know we've got some new folks, new people in the stands tonight. Check it out. We've got a great downtown, very historic. The famous Bedford Springs Hotel is just a mile south of Bedford. We had the Kyle Petty charity ride come through Bedford last Thursday, and they stayed out at the Bedford Springs. And yes, Mr. the King, Richard Petty, slept at the Bedford Springs. So that was a great event, and a bunch of riders, a great turnout of folks. We paraded the bikes through town, and then we went out to the Springs, out to the hotel, and Kyle and his father signed autographs for a couple hours, and of course the Petty brand in full force out at the Bedford Springs last Thursday with the Kyle Petty charity ride. And fans, make your way down to the concession stands. We have both our in-house concessions, and we have food trailers and food trucks. So we have a great variety of food here at Bedford. And you can make your way on the outside of 3 and 4. So some folks like to go over there, vice versa. So there is access if you've never seen it here at Bedford. So check out all the concessions. We've got a lot of driver apparel. Many of the drivers have their own apparel trailer or a table set up. Go check that out. And we've got a lot of people out on the midway. Chief Starter Pappy Lashley in the starter stand. And here at Bedford, we stay with our traditional judges and starters stand that was built in 1936, and it's been here all these years. We have no plans of tearing it down and changing that in any way. It's a very historic piece. It probably should be on the historic register of historic places or buildings. Believe it or not, the WPA built the judges stand. That was a work progress administration, and I know the years that I drove here, when you come out of turn 4, you know exactly where the starter stand is, and you can pick up the starter and the flags. A lot of times when they're on the outside of the track, they sort of blend into the fence line. So we sort of like to keep with tradition here at Bedford, and Pappy Lashley and his staff are just about ready to go as final track prep underway. Sportsman drivers able to get out in the speedway and pack the track a bit with their especially big left and right rear tires. There's Tony Jackson in the McCoy Brothers 88, who won here a few weeks ago when he had the wing on the car. There's Brett Perigo in the 2A from the famous Perigo Racing Stables in Somerset County. And race control saying that we're just about ready to go here. Next week is our big Turk Burkett tribute race brought to you by J&O Fireplaces, and Turk Burkett, our multiple track champion here at Bedford over the years, won our very first late model race back in 1965 here at Bedford when the semi-late division was sweeping the region. A few years later, that name changed to late models, so we sort of take it back to those early stock cars and just brand them in with the whole late model history. So next week, I hope fans can be here as we honor the late, great Turk Burkett. And these Super Sportsman cars, no need for any push trucks. There is a starter and battery equipped on these cars. Most of the batteries are underneath the driver, below the seat. And they do have to fire off on their own power. Probably the driver here tonight in the Super Sportsman that has the most laps around Bedford would be Craig Perigo, who drove a 4-cylinder and a limited late model back in the day here. A few years ago, he just switched over to Super Sportsman. So the Perigos in-house have 3 Super Sportsmen, counting Uncle Denny. Race director Todd Arnold here with the Speedway, communicating with the drivers as we're getting ready to go for hot lap session number 1 here tonight. .50-50s are on sale, presented by the Speedway Ladies Auxiliary. As you'll see our folks out and about with the 50-50s, we'll do that right after Victory Lane with the World of Outlaws. Also, the Metzler Trailer Sales Lucky Number programs on sale. Bedford being one of the few tracks that still has a weekly program. So check that out. We've got all the stats, pictures from WRT Speedworks, official photographers here at the Bedford Speedway. As we're getting ready to go, here are the Super Sportsmen. Ruben, you had a pretty busy weekend up at Marion Center. You lost the race, got the race in last night. Heard it was a great race and good turnout of everybody. And you made the trek down from Marion Center down to Bedford. We're really glad you're here with us.
Oh, honored to be here, my friend. Going to have a great night. Sunday night action here at Bedford Speedway. Second time in back-to-back years for the World of Outlaws. First ever visit for the Outlaws, 2007. Chubb Frank was the winner. 2008, our very own series director, Steve Francis. Tim Fuller here in 2009. Then it was a long time, but we came last year. Bobby Pierce picked up the win. We'll see who can do it here tonight, and it's that driver right there, the defending winner of this event, the smooth operator, the current World of Outlaws point leader, onto the Speedway first. That Low Voltage Solutions number 32, 8th on the all-time wins list with 35 career World of Outlaw victories. Also on the Speedway in his sophomore sophomore season with the series in the Stein Motorsports. Number 2, Cody Overton made his 50th Outlaw start last night. Best finish 3rd at Volusia earlier this year. Ross Robinson joining us for the first time here this weekend. 40 Outlaw starts, best finish 5th at Delaware International back in 2014. Congratulations to this driver, winner the last time the late models were here at Bedford, and that took the top spot on the all-time wins list here at Bedford, 38 wins. No driver has more wins than him in a late model here at Bedford. Congratulations to Jeff Ryan, and not to mention 25 Outlaw starts, 1 World of Outlaws feature win with the series back in 2017 at Selinsgrove. Also on the Speedway, Matt Cosner at originally West Virginia, the Nelson Auto Sales, number 66C, 21 Outlaw starts, best finish 5th at Williams Grove in 2021. The 2022 World of Outlaws champion at Carpentersville, Illinois, Dennis Erb Jr., 14-time World of Outlaws feature winner, of course, Heather Line, 2-time Crew Chief of the Year, first female to become Crew Chief of the Year with a World of Outlaws wrenching the wrenches on the 28. The 2011 World of Outlaws champion at York, Pennsylvania, 5 wins on the season already for Scrub Rick Eckert. He's 7th on the all-time wins list. Pierce closing quickly, but Eckert still 7th with 38. Could he make it 39 tonight there in that 24? MT3 Rookie of the Year contender out of Cedartown, Georgia, the 11 of Austin Smith, and final driver out there, the defending track champion out of Mercersburg, Pennsylvania, Kyle Lee, in his 11th year super late model racing. This is Hot Lap session number 1. Gorsuch Performance green flag is out here in Hot Lap session number 1. Well, Bobby Pierce won $200 last night for having the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap tonight. Only 100. Cody Overton didn't have the sticker at Raceway 7, so it rolled on over. If you don't have the sticker, it rolls on over to the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55 in Peebly, Missouri. Next time we're out on track, against the Dirt Cars Summer Nationals. Man, get that DIRTVision Fast Pass now. Bobby Pierce atop of the charts, 19.653. Cody Overton 2nd, Kyle Lee 3rd, Matt Cosner 4th, Austin Smith 5th. Track record at Bedford, 18.490, set by Tyler Bear, September 28th of 2018. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce, with a Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap at a 19.653 for the 32 of Bobby Pierce. Ashton Smythe has a report from the infield. Ashton.
Yeah, you see on your screen here, the 31 Carpet's not who you think is driving it. That is Tanner English behind the wheel. Blew another motor yesterday, had moved into a different car here tonight. So the 31 is Tanner English tonight.
All right, thank you very much, Ashton. Yeah, good report there. And, of course, driving a Laser tonight. Laser, they've been building those race cars for quite some time. Tanner English behind the wheel of a Laser tonight. Been building them since 1981. Thank you to the Bernheisels for doing that. Tanner does have some time to regroup before our next outing with the Outlaws. Hot Lap session number 2 led out by the Reaper. Ryan Gustin, the Cooney Motorsports 19R on the podium last night. 12-time World of Outlaws feature winner. The biggest unsanctioned late model race is held right here at Bedford, and that is the Keystone Cup. Been going on since 2018. Mason Ziegler, the defending winner of that event. It's a huge event here in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is known for their super late models, and of course there's sprint cars too, the Posse, but they have some really good late models, and Ziegler won that last year. He has one win with the Outlaws at Port Royal in 2019. Will be fun to see if Ziegler can get it done here tonight. Troutman, also on the Speedway, the 20-year-old, looking for that first World of Outlaws victory. We're on the brink of that. I feel it. Best finish second at the dirt track at Charlotte back in 2024. The 2006 World of Outlaws champion at Watertown, New York, Tim McCready, winner at Raceway 7 Thursday night. 34 World of Outlaw victories, tied for ninth on the all-time wins list with Scott Bloomquist. The 111 Max Blair to Centerville, Pennsylvania, the 4-time ULMS champion, going to the backup car after last night's incident in turn number 2. Tristan Chamberlain, 20 TC, 12th place last night. A top 10 the night before at Raceway 7. A good little swing here for Tristan Chamberlain, the 2023 World 100 Rookie of the Year. Also, other driver on the Speedway, Greg Satterley, 4-time, actually the B1, Brett Larson of the Lake Elmo, Minnesota. Now, Linda Pressure Washers number B1 was running in the top 10 last night. Good for him. The 22, Greg Satterley, 4-time World of Outlaws feature winner in his 140 World of Outlaws starts, 2-time Appalachian Speedway champion in his 19th year of super late model competition. Chuck Kleiss out of Fortsburg, Maryland, joining us in the 5 in his 30th year of super late model competition. The 2016 Billy Winn Classic winner here at Bedford, looking for his first Outlaw start here tonight in the 5. This is Hot Lap session number 2. Gorsuch Performance green flag is out here at Hot Lap session number 2. Satterley 9th quick at a 24.72. Ryan Gustin going to go 4th quick. Gustin had a good top 5 run here a year ago. McCready going to go 3rd quick overall in the 9. Max Blair to the top of the charts in the 1:11. Hasn't been the weekend for Max Blair that he would have hoped. Checkered flag is out. Max Blair now with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap at a 19.481. 19.481 for the 1:11 of Max Blair. Tim McCready 2nd, Ryan Gustin 3rd, Bobby Pierce 4th, Cody Overton in 5th. They're going to roll the middle of turns 1 and 2, the top of turns 1 and 2 there. They'll bring out the track equipment, but we'll also roll out the next group of cars onto the Speedway to help roll that in. You'll find Brian Shirley in the 3S. Another good run for Shirley last night. The consistency continues. That Bob Cullen Racing number 3S, 12-time World of Outlaws feature winner. MD3 Rookie of the Year contender out of Winona, Minnesota, the Gorilla Mill, number 49. That is Jake Tim, 34 World of Outlaws starts, best finished 7th at Mississippi Thunder Speedway back in 2021. Matt Sponigal out of Wiley Ford, West Virginia, the Sponigal Towing number 8, one World of Outlaws start, came a year ago right here and finished 14th here at Bedford. Also has a ULMS win here at Bedford. The 68, Nathan LaSalle out of Everett, Pennsylvania on the Speedway, and as well as 74X, Ethan Dotson, MD3 Rookie of the Year contender. There's the Ty Torrig number 9, and Nick Hoffman out of Mooresville, North Carolina, 7-time World of Outlaws feature winner. What a duel last night between him and Gustin on those restarts. Hoffman and Gustin had a great battle there for podium positions last night. The 68, Nathan LaSalle out of Everett, Pennsylvania, 8th year behind the wheel of a super late model. Has one career win in the super late model here at Bedford, looking to make his first World of Outlaws start here tonight in the number 68. Other driver on the Speedway, the easy one, that is going to be Ron Fink out of Cumberland, Maryland. Ron Fink donates all his money, whether he makes the show, whether he don't make the show. It could be tow money, it could be start money, but all that money goes to the proceeds of the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and the Holding Hands for Harley Foundation. Ron Fink, really cool story there. The number 32, Travis Stickley out of Kaiser, West Virginia, also on the Speedway with the number 38 of Thomas, excuse me, that is not Thomas Hunziker, that is going to be Tim Smith Jr. in the 38 as we get ready for this hot lap session. Gorsuch Performance green flag out here in this one. Nick Hoffman to the top of the charts now with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap, 19.435. Max Blair 2nd, Tim McCready 3rd, Ryan Gustin 4th, Bobby Pierce in the top 5. surely going to go forth quick, 19.635. It is a quick turnaround for these drivers here this evening. They'll have hot laps, and then as soon as they get back, enough time to make a quick adjustment and get ready for qualifying here this evening. Nick Kaufman, there you see him on DIRTVision, 19.329. Fastest here now with the Dirt King Simulators fastest hot lap. Visit our friends at Dirt King Simulators down in the Midway. Tim Smith Jr., multi-time late model track champion here at Bedford Speedway. 2 World of Outlaws starts. Best finish with the Outlaws 15th here at Bedford. That came a year ago. Track officials rolling the top side of turns 1 and 2. Next group going to be led out by the number 11H, a JT Spence out of Winchester, Virginia, the Monoflow International. Number 11H, 10 World of Outlaw starts, best finish 8th back in 2010 at Hagerstown. This is his first year back after a 10-year break of super late model racing. 5 races on the year for him, best finish 6th at Port Royal last night. Other driver on the Speedway, you'll find the 119. That's going to be Brian Bernheisel out of Jonestown, Pennsylvania. 25 World of Outlaw starts. Best finish is 9th at Selinsgrove Speedway back in 2017. Other drivers on the Speedway, Tanner English going to be aboard the number 31 tonight, but it does have a 96 on it, continuing to get his points here out of Benton, Kentucky. That Coltman Farms Racing, Rock Bottom Dirt Work, Oasis Hair and Natural Salon, MPM Marketing, Bill Stein, number 31, 96. 1Z Logan Zarin on the Speedway to Moon Township, Pennsylvania in his 5th year of super late model competition. 7 World of Outlaw starts, best finish 14th at Sharon Speedway back in 2021. Last year's MT3 Rookie of the Year champion at Rochester, Minnesota, had a great run here last year from the rear to the front, and unfortunately contact with another car spun him going off of turn number 2. Sorensen has a lot of momentum going into tonight. 58 Outlaw starts, best finish 2nd at Brownstown last year. The number 12, Ashton Winger out of Hampton, Georgia, 4-time World of Outlaws feature winner, the 2020 Rookie of the Year with the series. 21, Jacob Piper joining us for the first time this weekend out of Mercersburg, Pennsylvania. Got his first Outlaw start a year ago, got 24th, now in his 2nd year of super late model competition. The number 57, Jeff Miller out of Huntington, Pennsylvania. 3 World of Outlaw starts for him. Best finish 19th here at Bedford back in 2007. He's 2nd on the all-time win list at Thunder Valley Speedway. Also on the Speedway, the 66 at Justin Canada, Heston, Pennsylvania. Those are all the drivers here in this one as we get ready for Hot Lap session number 4. The Gorsuch Performance green flag is out. Nick Kaufman has the money right now. 19.329 for the Ty Torig number 9. Dustin Sorensen second quick, 19.334. Dustin Sorensen to the top. I mentioned it earlier. From the rear to the front last year, got involved in an incident off of turn number 2. I talked to Dustin about it today. He said, man, we had big momentum, and he's actually looking forward to today in that 19. And he says, if we can just have that speed that we had last year, some reason this place just fit with me. Sorensen now with the Dirt King Simulators fastest hot lap, 19.177 in the 19. That'll do it for hot laps. Dustin Sorensen. We will check if he has the decal here tonight, and if he does, $100 to the 19 of Dustin Sorensen here this evening. If not, $200 off to Peevely. Dustin Sorensen, oh no, does not have the decal, so it'll be $200 at the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55 in Peevely, Missouri. Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A getting ready to roll onto the speedway here momentarily. Race fans, don't forget to visit the World of Outlaws souvenir trailer. Grab your official merchandise of the World of Outlaws. For everyone watching at home on DIRTVision, go to the greatest store on dirt.com and grab yours today. $18 cars in Group A, 18 cars in Group B, totaling to 36 entries here this evening for the Billy Winn Classic. It's your first World of Outlaws race, watching or in attendance. A Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A will establish the lineups for the first 2 heat races of the night. Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B will set the lineups for heats 3 and 4. We'll take the top 4 from each single heat race, locking 16 directly into the feature from heat race competition. We'll have 2 last chance showdowns for the drivers that finish 5th on back in those heat races. Then we'll take the top 3 out of each and have our starting field tonight. For the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models here this evening at Bedford Speedway, a whopping $20,000 prize and $1,500 just to start here tonight. Of course, with the World of Outlaws, we have the industry-leading payouts in all of dirt late model racing, and that's a fact. $20,000 to win here tonight, $1,500 to start. Good money for these guys. Man, 30 grand last night. A good money last night as well to start. A lot of good money with the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models as we get ready for qualifying here in just a few moments. They've rolled in turns 1 and 2 and ready for qualifying here at Bedford Speedway. Track record 18.490 set by Tyler Bear back on September 28th of 2018. Dustin Sorensen had the fastest hot lap at a 19.177. Ready to commence Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A. They'll have 2 laps around Bedford Speedway. We'll take their fastest one. Here we go, kicking us off, the all-time winningest driver at Bedford Speedway in the late model division at 38 wins out of Danville, Pennsylvania. The Longhorn Clements, Elbin Racing, Metzler Trailer Sales, KW Central Pennsylvania, Eagle Towing, Penske Racing Shocks, VP Racing Fuel, Jack White Signs, Gates Logging. Number 92, it's Jeff Ryan. In the 2 out of Evans, Georgia. In the Longhorn Clements, Stein Motorsports, Richard David Legacy Motorsports, Shaw Truckee, Budweiser, Morley, Tribble Electric, VP Racing Fuels, Bob Oswell Oil, Supply Chain Management. Number 2, Cody Overton. The defending track champion out of Mercersburg, Pennsylvania. The Sweeties, Eats and Treats, D&D Auto Recycling, Truzy Podcast, Palmer Realty, Rocket Mullins. Number 2T, it's Kyle Lee. Cody Overton atop of the charts, 19.792. Lee second, 19.821. Ryan third, 20.228. Jeff Ryan faster on lap 2, but he goes third quick, 19.886. Cody Overton will cross the line faster, 19.553 for Cody Overton, and Kyle Lee will not go faster. He'll keep lap 1 second quick for last year's track champion, but Cody Overton will set the bar here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A at a 19.553. Kyle Lee second quick, and Jeff Ryan third quick. Next 3 qualifiers rolling onto the speedway to Carpentersville, Illinois. The Rocket Clements, McBride, Mac, Vomac, Truck Sales, 5-Star Race Car Bodies, Fox Shocks, Kaiser, VP. Number 28, Dennis Erb Jr. In the 7 out of Georgetown, Delaware. The Rocket Clements, Stokely Materials, Commonwealth Equipment, Wesley Collins Brothers, The Frozen Farmer, Fox Shocks. Number 7, it's Ross Robinson. The 66C out of Ridgely, West Virginia. The Nelson Auto Sales, Global Truck Outfitters, Line X, RH Lap Mechanical Contractors, GMP Distributors. Number 66C, Matt Cosner. Dennis Erb, 4th quick, 19.979. Ross Robinson Robinson. Second quick, 19.818. Matt Cosner will cross the line. He's going to go second quick, 19.693 for Cosner. Off of corner number 4, final lap here for Dennis Erb Jr. He will go faster, 19.851 for the 28. The 7 of Ross Robinson will go faster. He'll stay third quick, 19.703. Can Cosner take the top spot? Yes, he can. 19.536 for Matt Cosner. Now quickest here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A at a 19.536 for the 66 Sia Matt Cosner. Up next, the defending winner out of Oakwood, Illinois, in the Low Voltage Solutions, Churchill Transportation, Collin Brothers Towing, Rio Grande Waste Services, Mesilla Valley Transportation. Number 32, the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce. Out of York, Pennsylvania, and the PPC Lubricants, Dryden, Firehouse Subs, Eckert Trucking, All About Wraps. Number 24, it's Rick Eckert. In the number 11, out of Cedartown, Georgia, the Cedartown Electric Engineered Systems, HESCO Solutions, SCCS Solutions, JRI Shocks, Ernest Performance, Capital Clements. Number 11, Austin Smith. Pierce to the top of the charts, 19.301 for the 32. Rick Eckert will cross the line 8th quick at a 19.949. Austin Smith will go 9th quick, 19.978. Can Pierce go faster in the 32? He will cross the line. Pierce doesn't, but it don't matter. He goes to the top of the charts at a 19.301. Eckert will go faster, 19.903. 8th quick for Eckert, and Austin Smith will cross the line. He'll keep lap 1, 9th quick, 19.978. But it's the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce, now atop of the charts here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A at a 19.301. Next 3 qualifiers getting ready to roll into the Speedway at Marshalltown, Iowa. The Cooney Motorsports, Hoker Trucking, Ellen Seamless Gutters, Carl Chevrolet, Fertilizer Equipment Specialist. Number 19 are the Reaper, Ryan Gustin. Out of Chalk Hill, Pennsylvania, the Rocket Clements, Green Lane AI, RBS Truck Collision and Trailer Sales, Harris Wamsley Enterprise, OBR BX Logistics. Number 25C, Mason Ziegler. Out of Indiana, Pennsylvania, the Kaiser Manufacturing, Classic Ink, Screen Printing and Embroidery, All About Wraps, Satterley Motorsports, Integra, AFCO, Rocket Clements. 22, Greg Satterley. Ryan Gustin, 4th quick, 19.702 for Gustin, 4th quick. Mason Ziegler will cross the line. He'll take 4th quick now, 19.625, bumping Gustin down to 5th. And Greg Satterley, 2nd quick, 19.5 flat for Satterley. Final lap time for Gustin, faster but stays 6th quick at a 19.666. And final lap here for the 25Z is Ziegler. He will not improve. He'll keep lap 1, 5th quick, 19.625. The 22 of Greg Satterley will go faster, but Satterley will go 2nd quick at a 19.477 for Greg Satterley. Bobby Pierce still with a time to beat in Group A at a 19.301. The 2006 World of Outlaws champion up next out of Watertown, New York. And the Dave Warren Power Sports, Bricks Transport, Corey Rubber Corporation, Exis Storage, Valvoline, Trans 58, number 9, T-Mac, Tim McCready. Out of Centerville, Pennsylvania, the Centerline Motorsports, Murphy's Logging, C&J Dairy, Creekside Auto Sales, T&W Trucking, Upstate Auto Group, the Gable Inn, Longhorn Clements, number 111, it's Max Blair. In the 5, out of Frostburg, Maryland, the JTS Customs, Hartley's Pizza, TC Race Cars, Rocket, number 5, Chuck Kleiss. Opening lap for Tim McCready, 5th quick, 19.624 for Tim McCready. The 111 of Max Blair will cross the line, and he's going to go 3rd quick, 19.509 for Blair. Chuck Kleiss going to go 15th quick at a 20.3 flat. Final lap coming up here for Tim McCready in the 9. He will go 2nd quick for T-Mac, 19.377 for Tim McCready. And Max Blair will cross the line, 3rd quick for Max Blair, 19.469. And Chuck Kleiss will keep lap 1 to go 15th quick, but Max Blair, 3rd quick, Tim McCready, 2nd quick, and Bobby Pierce still with a time to beat at a 19.301 with 3 cars to go here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A. Out of Richmond, Indiana, the Gibson Racing, Vision Woodworks, KEG Sword Nozzles, DCE Fabrication, Pardo's Towing Service, Burt Transmission, FK Roddins, Infinity by Wells, Spec Powered, number 20 TC, Tricky, Tristan Chamberlain. Out of Lake Alamo, Minnesota, the Longhorn, Beck Hill, Land of Pressure Washers, Fuel Factory, Hanco Corporation, Soyber Calf Ranches, T-Pack, The Real Cafe, B1, it's Brent Larson. MT3 Rookie of the Year point leader out of Heidemann, Pennsylvania, the Team 22 Incorporated, Victory Circle Auto Sales, Gambler Transport, number 22 star, Drake Troutman. Chamberlain, 5th quick, 19.492. He's been on a roll this weekend. Larson, 13th quick, 19.886. It's good to see Chamberlain with some speed. First lap here for the 22 star Troutman. 11th quick, 19.815. Has work to do here on lap 2. Chamberlain does not improve, but he's 5th quick in the 20 TC at a 19.492. Brett Larson will cross the line, not improve. He'll stay 14th quick with his first lap at a 19.886. And final lap time for Drake Troutman. He will not improve. 11th quick for Troutman. Lap 1, 19.815. No one's going to top him. The defending winner of the Billy Winn Classic at a 19.301. The smooth operator, Bobby Pierce. Atop of the charts, he will start on the pole of the opening heat race of the night with a 1:11 to Max Blair. Tim McCready and Greg Satterley will establish the front row of heat race number 2. Here's the DIRTVision replay of the 32 of Bobby Pierce's blistering 19.301 second lead. Later on tonight, we will have a Milton Hershey education moment talking about aerodynamics and what these drivers do on the bigger racetracks. Ashton talked to Bobby Pierce earlier today, and we will have that featured on DIRTVision later on in tonight's broadcast. Really cool things that he had to say about that, and Bobby Pierce will share the front row with Max Blair. Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B getting ready to roll onto the speedway here in just a few moments. Final drivers from Group A passing through the Intercomp scales. Intercomp, the official scaling system of the World of Outlaws and Dirt Car. $18 cars in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B. After that, we'll get ready for opening ceremonies here at Bedford. Commence Sunday night action here in Pennsylvania with the World of Outlaws. Tim McCready getting the droop checked here in the front. You have to roll onto the stage. That's the only flat concrete surface there, so they roll them up to the stage and then roll them on back after they cross the scales just to get an accurate reading on the droop. And Tim McCready now going to make his exit here in turn number 3. There you see Brian Shirley in the 3S. He will get ready to roll on out here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B. And we get ready to commence. First driver getting ready to roll on out of the chute over there in turn number 3 will be the driver that has been really, really well as a late Brian Shirley, but we will commence with Ron Fink out of Cumberland, Maryland. Ron Fink and the Rocket XR1 Cornet-powered St. Jude Children's Research Hospital holding hands for Harley Foundation, number EZ1. And also out there on the speedway, you're going to find the number 32 at Travis Stickley. Travis Stickley out of Kaiser, West Virginia, the Rocket Cornet Race Hill Farm, RH Lap Mechanical Contractor, Smoky Hollow Farm, Easy Out Tree Experts, Creek Ridge Farm, number 32. And the 3S, Brian Shirley out of Chatham, Illinois, the Bob Cullen Racing, Thomason Express, Hooker Trucking, number 3S. Ron Fink will cross the line. He's going to go at a 21.157. Opening lap here for Stickley in the number 32. He'll cross the line, and he will go to the top of the charts, 22.04. Shirley for his opening lap in the 3S to the top of the charts, 19.436 for Shirley. Also sponsored by Hooker Trucking, J&J Ventures Gaming, KBC Graphics, All Geyer Performance Parts, and Cheap Cars, number 3S. Fink faster, but third quick, 27.32. Stickley will cross the line, and he will go faster, remain second quick, 19.911. And the 3S of Shirley will cross the line. He will keep lap 1 at a 19.436. 19.436 for Brian Shirley. Next 3, joining us at Everett, Pennsylvania, in car number 68, Nathan LaSalle in the Rocket Clements LaSalle's Garage and Towing, JYD Incorporated, Brad Will State Farm Agent, RPM Racing Parts and Sales, Penske by JDS, Hawes Automotive, TLB Logging, number 68. In the number 8, Matt Sponigal at a Wiley Ford, West Virginia. In the Longhorn Clements, Sponigal Towing, Cobra Mining, Happy Trails Campground, TC Race Cars, Bill Stein by Afterburner Performance, number 8. And the number 39, that is going to be Tim Smith Jr. out of McVeigh Pennsylvania, the Rocket, Leggett Powered, Shear Custom Speed, Dana Signs and Graphics, Penline Service, number 39, Tim Smith. Nathan LaSalle, third quick, 23.95. Matt Sponigal, second quick, 19.791. Tim Smith will go fifth quick at a 26.04. 68 and Nathan LaSalle will cross the line faster. Fourth quick, 22.884 LaSalle. Matt Sponigal will get ready to cross the line here for his final lap. And Sponigal faster, second quick, 19.784. And final lap time for Tim Smith Jr., fifth quick, keeping lap 1, 26.04. A trio of Outlaws up next at Mooresville, North Carolina. The Longhorn Clements, Ty Torg Racing, Knopf's Energy Drink, Lone Wolf Petroleum, C&W Trucking, Petrov Towing, Holdren Construction, Bill Stein, number 9, Nick Hoffman. MD3 Rookie of the Year contender out of Winona, Minnesota. The Longhorn, Cornet Gorilla Mill, Herco Companies, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Oak Ridge Fabrication, Horman's HVAC, On Demand Shirts, number 49, Jake Tim. In the number 74X out of Ethan Dodson out of Bakersfield, California, the ASD Motorsports, Jarrett Rifles, Ozio Gear, BK Grading and Paving, Penske, Boswell Oil, Torco Racing Wheels, American Racing Wheels, H&A Development, number 74X, Ethan Dodson. Nick Hoffman for his opening lap, he will go seventh quick, stumbled in his opening 2 corners. In the beginning of his first lap, he's going to rely on lap number 2. Jake Tim, fourth quick, 22.674. Jake Tim. Ethan Dodson will cross the line. Second quick for Dodson, 19.711. Currently second in the MD3 Rookie of the Year point standings. Nick Hoffman will cross the line. Third quick for Hoffman. Good comeback, 19.711. Jake Tim will cross the line, and he's going to go faster. Sixth quick, 21.62. Can Dodson go to the top? Faster, but second quick still, 19.563 for Ethan Dodson. Up next, the number 12 out of Hampton, Georgia, Ashton Winger. In the Fusion Durham, Jeff Matthews Motorsports Recreational Vehicle Select, Kurz, Kaiser, Integra, Super K Express, New Point Lighting and Design, A-Plus Collision Center, number 12. And the 1Z, it's Logan Zarin at Moon Township, Pennsylvania. The Rocket Pro Power, All-American Farmer, Brandon Lawn and Landscape, Lovell Enterprises, Valvoline, Nap Auto Parts, Zarin Truck and Auto, Integra, Kaiser, number 1Z. The 57, that's going to be Jeff Miller out of Huntington, Pennsylvania. The Rocket Pro Power, Up the Groove School Bus, Rogers Auto Repair, Megan Photography, KHI, Swagner Trucking, CBS Management, Corbin's Alignment Shop, number 57 at Jeff Miller. The 12 of Ashton Winger, 8th quick at a 23.02. The 1Z of Logan Zarin, now 8th quick, 22.90. Winger bumped down the 9th. Miller will cross the line, 10th quick at a 24.06. The trio on the Speedway, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Final lap time here for the 12 of Ashton Winger. He'll cross the line faster, 6th quick, 20.151. Logan Zarin will cross the line. He will go ahead and keep lap 1, 9th quick, and Jeff Miller will go faster, 10th quick at a 23.35. It's still Brian Shirley with a time to beat here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B at a 19.436. Next 3 qualifiers joining us at a Winchester, Virginia, JT Spence in the 11, Rocket Clements, Monoflow International, National Traffic System, CMC Trucking, Larry Royster Septic, Conduit Tractors, number 11H. Also joining us on the Speedway, Jacob Piper in the 21, joining us at Mercersburg, Pennsylvania, in the Longhorn Cornet, JWP Environmental Incorporated, Buchanan Auto Sales, Scott's Hauling and Excavating, Hot Sticks Packaged Firewood, number 21, and also on the Speedway, the number 66, Justin Can, and the Border Financial, Notella Ridge Camp, Claycom Excavating, number 66, JT Spence, 11th quick at a 24.59. Jacob Piper, 5th quick, 19.812 for the 21 at Jacob Piper. Justin Cannon, the 66, will cross the line. He'll go 12th quick at a 23.95. The number 11H of JT Spence will go faster. Ninth quick, 22.52. Piper will go slower on lap 2. He'll keep lap 1, 19.812 for a whopping 5th place here in Group B. The 66 of Justin Can will go faster. 10th quick at a 22.82. Final 3 qualifiers getting ready to roll into the Speedway. Your top 4 right now are Shirley, Dotson, Hoffman, and Sponigal. Joining us at Benton, Kentucky, aboard the Laser, Clements, Coltman Farms Racing, Rock Bottom Dirt Work, Oasis Hair and Natural Hair Salon, MPO Marketing, Bill Stein, VP Racing Fuel, C Motorsports, Supreme Enterprises, 3196. That's going to be Tanner English in the number 19 at Rochester, Minnesota, the Altenberg Construction, Paulson Rock Products, JNS Repair, JCB Equipment, Rochester Chevrolet 63 Club, Yankee Trucking, CBR Drilling, Heavy Hitch, number 19, Dustin Sorensen. In the 119, Brian Bernheisel at Jonestown, Pennsylvania, in the Laser, Clements, Uglies, Potato Chips, Bolger Brothers, Sealands Grove Ford, Pioneer Pole Buildings, number 119. Tanner English, 9th quick at a 21.96. The 19 of Dustin Sorensen, 2nd quick for Sorensen at a 19.551. Bernheisel, 8th quick, 19.999. Man, the 19 of Sorensen's rolling here tonight. After that impressive run a year ago, Tanner English, 7th quick, 19.873. And here comes Dustin Sorensen. Can he go to the top? No. Stay 2nd quick, but nonetheless, that's a front row starting spot in heat race number 4. And Bernheisel, 4th quick at a 19.654. No one's going to stop him. Brian Shirley will have the quickest time here in this one. He'll show the front row with Ethan Dotson. Dustin Sorensen on the front row. A heat race number 4 with a 119 of Brian Bernheisel. Brian Shirley will have it at a 19.436, but race fans, quickest overall here this evening. Joining us out of Oakwood, Illinois for the 2nd quick time of the year in the Low Voltage Solutions, Churchill Transportation, Fast One Speed Shop, Carnegie Towing and Auto Repair, Toyota, Danville, Protodyne, Bill Stein, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Rio Grande Waste Services, number 32, the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce. For everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision, we're going to step aside. You're watching coverage from the Billy Winn Classic here at Bedford Speedway.
It's ARP Fasteners for whatever you race. From 2 wheels to 4. Off-road, on-road, even water. From the flat track to the salt flats. Grassroots racers, weekend warriors, and pros alike trust ARP. Made in America quality, family-owned and operated. When failure is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com. No matter what you race.
The stars of dirt track racing collide at I-55.
They're side by side for the lead. Down the front straightaway, gets a big head of steam down the front straightaway. 2 laps to go. It's going to be a dynamite finish. Slowing job on the final lap of this one. Oh, man, that was dynamite.
The dirt is what we live for. Come see the World of Outlaws late models near you.
Okay, now that's going places.
I want to go places too.
I want you to have more opportunities than I had.
So I would live in Hershey, Pennsylvania?
Yeah, and you'll live with other students from all over the country. I'll see you soon. You're gonna be great.
Find your future at Milton Hershey School.
Real American beer, a brand new national treasure.
MD3, the most advanced body panels on the market. Aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. MD3, the #1 body choice for top dirt racers.
Ready to rise? To the challenge? Above obstacles. Yes! Above perceptions.
Rediger, implement the pass on the top lane.
Above it all.
Let's go!
If so, we're looking for you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
Welcome back to everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision, home to the greatest shows on dirt, here at Bedford Speedway tonight with the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models. 20,000 to win, 1,500 to start here in the Billy Winn Classic. The World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models presented by DIRTVision. Take a couple weeks off, then we get ready for action. June 20th, 21st, doubleheader, the World of Outlaws St. Louis Firecracker Face-Off at the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55 in Peevely, Missouri, along with the Dirt Car Summer Nationals doubled header there, and then we'll take Sunday off, and Monday, Independence Motor Speedway, Independence, Iowa, up north to the I-94 Speedway in Minnesota, River Cities in Grand Forks, North Dakota, Norman County Raceway, and Nodak Speedway, all leading to the $50,000 to win. Napa Auto Parts, go for 50 in Spring Valley, Minnesota. Make plans to come out and join us. Of course, the World of Outlaws big race is coming up here this weekend. We have a doubleheader at Sharon Speedway. Race fans, that's pretty close to here. Next time we come up around this region, July 11th and 12th. Hope to see you there at Sharon Speedway. And of course, the Prairie Dirt Classic, a potential, possibly $100,000 paycheck. If you lead every lap with the lap money, it's $50,000 to win. Shepard did that a couple years ago. And then $100,000 to win at the USA Nationals at Cedar Lake Speedway. The Monday in between PDC and USA Nationals, Wilmot Raceway as well. A lot of great races coming up here with the World of Outlaws here. A full, complete schedule at worldofoutlaws.com. Watch every lap live on DIRTVision. DIRTVision, home to the greatest shows on dirt. You also get our sister series. I know it's PA Posse country here, but hey, the best of the best and the best sprint car series in the world. The World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series live on DIRTVision as well, along with the Dirt Car Summer Nationals and the Dirt Car Summit Racing Equipment Modified Nationals, all coming up here in just a matter of probably, a month. Wow, it's already coming up. Hell Tour getting ready to commence there. You get Premier Racetracks, the American Sprint Car Series, 500 Sprint Car Tour, the Super Dirt Car Series, the best drivers, the best coverage, only on DIRTVision.com with all the great options on there, from Dirt Zone to Pitbull, Quick Time, DIRTVision Now, the Volt, Rapid Replay, Classics, and Radio. We got you covered. The best coverage in all of dirt racing right there. Go to DIRTVision.com and get your Fast Pass today. We have an update. Dustin Sorensen does have the sticker on the 19th, so $100 for him tonight, and it'll pay $100 for hot laps at the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55 in Peevely, Missouri. Come time here in just a couple weeks. Race fans, we thank you so much for choosing us as your entertainment destination on this fine Sunday. We understand got to get back to work tomorrow, and we're going to try to get you out of here at a good time. Good little race here tonight. $20,000 to win. We understand there's a lot to do around the area, and we thank you so much for choosing us as your entertainment destination. Don't forget to visit the World of Outlaws souvenir trailer, and don't forget you can take the action home. Go to your PlayStation store, Xbox store, even now on Steam for you PC players. World of Outlaws dirt racing video game available now. Check it out and bring the action to your living room. Race fans, it is time for opening ceremonies. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and place them over your hearts for tonight's playing of the National Anthem. ready for racing action with the most powerful late models on the planet. Coming at you here on a Sunday at Bedford Speedway. Race fans, they're in staging and ready to put on a dynamite show for you here tonight. Let's give you tonight's starting lineup for Real American Beer Heat 1. On the inside of the front row, you'll find a smooth operator, Bobby Pierce in the 32 out of Oakwood, Illinois. To his outside, out of Centerville, Pennsylvania, the 111 of Max Blair. And row 2 to the inside, Tricky Tristan Chamberlain out of Richmond, Indiana. To his outside, out of Evans, Georgia, the 2 of Cody Overton. Row 3 to the inside of the Cooney Motorsports, number 19R, Ryan Gustin. To his outside, aboard the Team 22 Incorporated number 22 star, it's Drake Troutman. Row 4 to the inside, the 2022 World of Outlaws champion, Dennis Erb Jr. To his outside, at Lake Elmo, Minnesota, the land of pressure washers, number B1 of Brent Larson. MT3 Rookie of the Year contender rounds out the lineup at Cedartown, Georgia, the Cedartown Electric, number 11. That's your starting lineup here for Real American Beer Heat 1. Your fourth and final transferee will start 13th, second will start 9th, and the top 2 to the all-important top 8 redraw here tonight. Eight laps the distance for tonight's 4 World of Outlaw late model heat races. Top 4 transfer will lock in 16th, 5th on back go to the last chance showdowns. The Toyota Tundra TRD Pro Pace Truck will pace the field around Bedford Speedway. If you're in the market for a vehicle, consider our friends at Toyota. Let's go places. Max Blair, 4-time ULMS champion, and has had success here at Bedford. The Keystone Cup winner back in 2021, got second in the Keystone Cup a year ago to Mason Ziegler. Max Blair has not had the best homecoming this weekend, but Max Blair could turn it all around tonight with a nice $20,000 payday here tonight in the 111. Bobby Pierce, second quick time of the year, trying to translate that into another heat race victory in the 32. Bobby Pierce right now leads the category of heat race wins right now with the World of Outlaws at 11 heat race wins on the year. The Toyota Tundra TRD Pro Pace Truck will turn its lights off. That means we're going racing next time by. We get ready for Real American Beer Heat 1. Ready to rock and roll on a Sunday here with the Outlaws in Pennsylvania. Race fans, sit back and relax. Off of turn number 4, it's Bobby Pierce, Max Blair, leading us to the Gorsuch Performance Green Flag and Real American Beer Heat 1.